Alright, let's see if this worked this time. Okay. So I want to talk about the infighting between Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro. So the Daily Wire, even though it's supposed to be for like 2A and freedom of speech and core values of the Constitution, the fighting between Ben and Candace, where she can't even have her own opinion. She can't say, well, I just want it to be American first. I don't have, it's just like, I like that view. I like her view better. And for him to like tell her to quit, and he don't like, dude, you're showing your authoritarianism. So if this company keeps growing, it's just gonna turn into another fake news media, Fox News, CNN. It's gonna turn into, like, the bigger these companies get, the more like corrupt they get. The best way is decentralization. Here, you got independent journalists on Twitter, so it's like those are way better than this whole media production where you got the camera and you need, like, dude, this is 2023. We don't need a studio. Like, Alex Jones is like, I'm listening to Alex Jones and he's sitting here like, oh, we're on our death's door. Like, this is like, I'm tired of hearing it. Just fucking end the show then, dude, and go on to your own thing. Like, I get the infrastructure. I get having your own infrastructure, even though you guys haven't done anything to upgrade it, but it is what it is. It's like, just let it go. I mean, you're the star anyway. Owen Schroyer's in prison, and I'm sure he's gonna pop off when he gets out. Basically sending him to prison for no reason, like Andrew Tate. So when I mean pop off, I mean like he's gonna blow up FBI, and I don't mean blow up. I mean his fame's gonna get huge. He's gonna get huge. He should get real huge from this. He's making a huge sacrifice. I'm sure he could have taken a plea deal that they would have just given him a slap on the wrist. Maybe not, though. I don't know. They hate us, and when they have good power, like, whatever. That's why I don't want to go into any of those states. So, the infighting. It's gonna happen. You see fractures in the left and you see fractures in the right. If you're really an open-minded, America first type of person, you would be like my whole, basically, you would go along with my mindset where, wait, let me take a step back. Like, when I first heard about the attacks, I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. That's horrible. Are you kidding me? I don't know what's going on. Why would I take a side? Like, automatically, just because I follow the Bible, I got to take Israel's side? Well, what if the people who are there aren't the chosen ones? How do they know that the Palestine people aren't the chosen ones? Oh, because they're Muslim? Well, like, I think that Orthodox Judaism is a little bit different than Christianity. Um, and I mean, these people are the ones that killed Jesus. I'm just saying, like, they're the ones that did. They had it done. I mean, with their actions, inadvertently, like passively, they did. So, and I'm not sure how they feel about Jesus. I don't have any problem with these people. I don't care about them. Like, it's just like any other religion. I don't understand, like, why they need to be like the supreme, like, oh no, like over everyone, over everything, even like LGBT, like they're over everyone. Oh man, that's like you can't even criticize Israel. Like, what? I can't even criticize? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you are for censorship. People who say that are for censorship, like Nikki Haley. She's for censorship. I don't like her. You know, they can go ahead and make the verification, but there's always going to be the dark web or an underground web. So, you know, and people are probably going to like the underground web. You're going to make the underground web way cooler. And then, like, if it's run by the government, the verification thing, it's going to be wildly inefficient. I mean, look at the Obama website that they try to open for, what was it, for like a healthcare or whatever, Obamacare. It was an utter mess, and it took them a while to fix it after they launched it. So, like, the government, just, they can throw money at things, but it doesn't mean that they get the best results. You know, you probably do a lot better having private companies fix the roads instead of having government workers. We need less government, man. More private institutions, less government. Less and more small companies. So yeah, the infighting is it's kind of funny. What side do I take? Do I take the short Jewish man, or do I take the black woman's side? Oh no. Man, is Candace Owens a Hamas supporter now because she's not defending Israel? Like, that's the same thing that the left does, man. Like, seriously. And this is why I say whoever gains power will turn authoritarian. Whether it's the right or left, they're both corrupt. You know, the right can get power for a while, but I've seen their authoritarianism. I've seen their censorship. I see the stuff that they try to push. You know, you see, like, Lindsey Graham, like, motherfucker, you're so lucky that Roe v. Wade was overturned anyway. Okay, because look at the judges didn't even want to take the voting case or whatever. They might not. They say, like, nah, we're good. We don't need to look at that. And then you're gonna come out and say, hey, we need to ban abortion nationwide. Holy shit, man. Like, damn. That's crazy. Yeah, we need less federal government. Federal government needs to be limited to protecting the states and infrastructure and negotiating peace or trades, basically, with other countries, and securing our borders. I don't know what we're paying for. I don't know why we have all these people on welfare. These people need to be working. Why do we have all these jobs being done by China when they can be done here? These companies that want to do that, they should be taxed heavily. If you want to if you want to go ahead and, like, outsource your labor, you know, then you're going to get taxed heavily. You're going to have to compete. It's got to be a fair market. You can't just be lopsided and one side gets whatever the hell that they want and the other doesn't. It's just, It's so dumb. But anyway, this shows their censorship on the right. And this is, I'm not sure that this was planned. I'm not sure this was in the plan for the world elites. You know, like, don't be surprised if they try to end all this wokeness stuff and pushing all this stuff. Like, look at the military. I guess they've changed their commercials. I don't watch commercials, but from what I hear, they changed it to like masculinity or whatever, you know, because soon you're gonna need masculine people. And yeah, anyway, so another thing that's funny to me, and it's a blatant slap in the face. If I was living somewhere and, you know, we've been just going along, you know, there's a run down part of Detroit, like Detroit, right? If Detroit, you know, we had some leader that's gonna come here, right? Some like fancy schmancy leader, and then all of a sudden Detroit comes in there, not Detroit, but Michigan comes in there and just starts cleaning it up, you know, tearing down all these abandoned houses, you know, it's just funny that, like, I seen a video of Xi Jinping coming in to California, and it was all Chinese flags, no American flags, and they cleaned up the streets. Like, they kicked all the homeless people out. So they'll kick all the homeless people out for a world elite, but they won't do it for the actual people who pay the taxes. Well, to me, like, that's on them. Like, that's what they want. So I really don't care. I don't live there. Like, if California is fine with that, cool, man. But this dude wants to be president of America, and that's, holy shit. If this is, he's got a mess in California. Like, if he becomes president, that dude might be the Antichrist, honestly. He might be it. Gavin Newsom, he could be the Antichrist. And he's like persuasive, he's tall, he's a dashing man. I'm not too sure, like, why the Democrats wouldn't roll. I think that, you know, somebody that's not a non-white man out, I would think that they would want to roll out a woman. But I don't know. For whatever reason, he's got a lot of prestige. I don't see it. I don't understand why. He was recalled, and it's so weird that he was recalled and they just kept him anyway. So, like, he does such a bad job. He's purposely done, though, man. It's like, this is all purposely done. So, like, I think they're just trying to, like, make America as poor as they can, and so they can, I don't know, lower the prices everywhere and then come and buy everything up. Because, like, even if you try to make America, it's not going to be a third world country forever. Like, the land here is so valuable. There's so many, unless it gets nuked. I mean, you got oceans on both sides. Okay, so you can trade on both sides of the world. We got all kinds of resources when it comes to up north, whether it's timber or oil or who knows what else. They might be like some materials that we can use to make batteries or something. I don't know. And we should, like, I don't know. Anyway, so it's like America will be built back up unless it's nuked. Now, if it's nuked, it just depends on how bad the nukage is. If it's a world war, we're all done. Like, if all of America gets nuked, like all the big cities or whatever, and then like wherever you are in America, you get some type of fallout. Well, I think like the atmosphere with all the nukes going off at once, and then like there'll be a lot of nukes going off everywhere else as well in the world. I just don't think like if we did it, like there'd be that many people surviving. I don't know. And like the elites, like then why would you stay in charge? Why would anyone listen to you? Just overpower you and take control, and now it's mine. Unless you're like highly intelligent and you know how to work like all the machines. But you know, usually those people aren't like the leader type, you know. They're not the Elon Musk type. But yeah, so it's pretty it's absurdity. It's constant absurdity being thrown. I don't know if this is being scripted or what, you know. I don't know why anyone watches regular TV at this point. Whoever's scripting this, politics and global events and whatever, is doing way better writers than who's ever in Hollywood or whatever AI is pumping out. I don't know. I just think that it could be just the type of material that they're producing. If they would just go back to, you know, 90s style action man, like Rambo, Arnold, you know, action films like that, and stop trying to push women as being like this strong character. Men don't like strong women. Okay, we like feminine women. We want a woman that we can take care of. You know? And what I'm saying is we don't want somebody that we're gonna have to like butt heads with for leadership. Okay? You know? So, like, even if like hypothetically this would never happen, even if like I found a rich older woman, you know, that, you know, didn't give a shit that I didn't have any money, which would never happen, because cool things don't happen to me. And she wanted to take care of me. Dude, like that's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's just never gonna happen. Because I have to have, because women have this type of mentality where I have to make more than them. It's so funny to me. It's so funny. But, you know, it's going to be weird how society goes forward, though. it's gonna be weird how like people who keep the infrastructure going are treated. I think that if you can keep yourself in decent shape, and it's really about keeping in decent shape. And like, okay, like if I was a short guy, like this is what I would probably just think about going overseas. Well, I would try to get as rich as possible. I would try to make as much money as I possibly could. And then I would probably go overseas, because I would do a lot better overseas than I would do here as a short man. So that would be my plan. Just to earn a lot of money here, do what I gotta do to sustain myself without like losing it. And then I would just make it so I didn't have to ever worry about money again, pretty much. Whether it's, well, I would learn new skills, you know, like, so I could have money still coming in. And if I needed to, maybe I don't need to, but I'm gonna need to be doing something, you know. Like I'm gonna need to be, like, I'm not just gonna be like sitting around doing nothing. Well, I think that'd be my, like, go to a country where, you know, the people are shorter. That's where I would go. That's what I would do. Because American women are taller, and they just don't like short men. It's like being poor like me. That's why I'm really unattractive to the opposite sex, is because, you know, they look at me as like poor. I'm not flashy. So it's like, if you're poor and you're short, you're really double fucked. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. What's going on now with everything, and how society is just declining, politically, you know, stability wise. And I guess we'll see if there is like massive shortages. I keep on hearing predictions of mass shortages in stores, but I haven't seen it yet. You know, I'm prepared for it. I like to keep my stuff stocked up, in case something happens. You never know what could happen. You don't ever know if we're gonna have a cyber outage for a little bit. So, you know, that could happen. The internet could go down for a few days, and then transactions and everything's gonna be haywire. But we rely on online, you know. That's a same with our power. And well, if a solar flare hits us, hard enough one, it could take our infrastructure out, and that would be horrible. Same with the EMP. So like, that should make us feel blessed that we have our power. I couldn't imagine if that happened and staying where I'm at. I couldn't imagine that during the winter and all that, having no power. Whew. They did that last year, I think, here in Michigan, where they didn't have power. Some people didn't have power for like 4 days in the cold. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's it.